Ladies and gentlemen, welcome once again to my channel. This is a channel where we educate the people, a channel where we give you updated informations like political news and other trending metro news. Um, Today, ladies and gentlemen, we have um, a very important political news. But before I go further, um, I want to encourage us to subscribe to this my channel. I want to especially plead with you that is listening to me now. Please subscribe to this channel. When you subscribe, that is the only encouragement you're giving me to continue to give us updated news. My name once more is Mr. Equity Man, and I encourage everybody that comes to Equity must come with clean hands. Now today we have a news. The news headline is INEC finally issues certificate of return to Okorocha. It's still a news concerning Rochas Okorocha, the former governor of Imo State. Just like we said that he that comes to Equity should come with clean hand. Rochas Okorocha, has he come to Equity with clean hands? The last of his travels have not been heard on this saga of him winning as a senator in the last concluded election. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, let me go ahead and read out the story, and then we'll leave our comments below. It goes this way. It said, the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, has issued a certificate of return to Rochas Okorocha, senator-elect of Imo West. In a statement on Tuesday, inec said it issued Okorocha the certificate in compliance with the directive of a federal high court in Abuja. The commission had refused to issue the certificate to Okorocha, who was declared winner of the poll. The returning officer for the election was quoted to have said that he declared the former governor winner under duress. While the federal high court in Abuja ordered it to issue Okorocha the certificate of return, two other courts in Imo State has asked INEC not to recognize him as the senator-elect. INEC had earlier expressed reservation over the court directive to issue Okorocha a certificate of return. It has said, if electoral impunity is allowed to flourish, any candidate can harass, intimidate, and put the commission's officers under duress, procure a favorable declaration, and be rewarded with a certificate of return. Earlier in the day, Okorocha was denied accreditation when he arrived at the National Assembly complex for inauguration of lawmakers. In the statement issued by Festus Okoye, its Director of Voter Education and Publicity, INEC said the two court orders asking it not to issue any certificate of return to Okorocha were interim orders and not the final from the court. It however said while it is committed to obeying court orders, the commission must put on record its very profound concern about the likely consequences of this judgment for our electoral process in particular and democracy in general. Obviously, persons who seek elective offices could perceive in this judgment an irrelevance of due process and acting within the law. The Commission also vowed to appeal the judgment which favored Okorocha. Wow, ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of the story. Like we said earlier on, the last have not been heard of Okorocha with his acclaimed winner as a senator-elect, for Imo West in the last concluded election. Okorocha was a man that ruled Imo State with a high level of high-handedness. He run Imo State like a family business. He never came to Equity with clean hands. And he had wanted to impose his son-in-law, Uche Nwosu, on the people of Imo State, but God saved them. Having said all of that, he's still battling to see how he gets himself into the National Assembly, obviously to give him some level of immunity, against, most impending court cases that will await him now that he's no more a governor. And just like I read out, even though INEC, in obeying the court order, have issued him the certificate of return, Okorocha was denied accreditation when he arrived at the National Assembly complex for inauguration of the lawmakers. If you come to equity without clean hands, equity will continue to be against you. Rochas Okorocha is paying for his many sins, and I know that INEC have indicated interest to appeal the courts in Abuja that favored him. I know that the PDP candidate who contested the election in Imo State, in Imo West, and a group of other bodies, I know they also follow him up at the court to make sure that at the end of the day, he doesn't go to that National Assembly. He did not merit it. And going by his behaviors as a governor, the people of Imo State cannot be properly represented by Rochas Okorocha. So my personal view, whatever that needed to be done to make sure that Rochas Okorocha does not go to the National Assembly should be done. Just like INEC said, allowing Rochas to be in the National Assembly as a senator will amount to rewarding bad behavior. I wouldn't know what your personal take on this is. Whatever your comment is, I want to encourage you to put such comment below. While you put your comment below, subscribe to my channel and then press the thumb up icon. You will by so doing encourage me to keep coming your way again and again. Until then, ladies and gentlemen, keep kicking and then keep doing good.